Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? We're having technical issues on stream today, so there may be a few more people watching this video as they couldn't get it live with the channel dropping out. Spectrum sucks. Just going to put that out there. All right, we're going over Emma Frost's defense. They're about 38 million Diamond 1, and they've got some interesting stuff. We're going to be moving a lot of things around on this defense is what we figured out. As usual, if you want your defense featured on Defense Up, links are in the description below. You can just DM me 2 screenshots, uncropped, and I will get you on the list. We have a lot of people on the list, though, so don't expect to get a recording anytime soon, especially when I can't even record things. All right. In room 1, we have the Secret Defenders with Nova. Now, what we discussed is that Nova's not a bad choice if you're not using him on offense. He doesn't make for great defenses in most of the places, but we do use him in a lot of different offensive compositions. However, even a Gear Tier 12, Gear Tier 13 Noir is going to be as good as Nova because it's going to draw somebody in. The Noir is going to go first and take a turn, and everybody's going to assist, and it's going to be fantastic. Nova only really takes an advantage if the match runs really long, and these usually don't because there's so many assists. People die off. It's all about speed, and you want the assists from everybody, so you want to change Miss Marvel to a striker. So for this one, I'm going with a B-. Nova's not a terrible choice. Noir works just as well, so you might as well save Nova for offense and get that ISO changed on hard light. Placement otherwise is good enough. Over here, we have the Sinister 6 team. Now, what we're going to end up doing is moving the Sinister 6 team all the way to room 6, and we're going to be moving the Infinity Watch from room 6 here to room 2. So just keep that in mind. In room 2 is going to be a vanilla Infinity Watch, but we'll look at this team, which is going to be moved to room 6, because the reason we want this in room 6 is because Doc Ock will keep everyone from getting offense down, while this team will be applying defense down to your opponent. Red Hulk is in here, and we're like, oh, okay, it's another thing to watch. It's that ticking time bomb. You either got to beat him or incapacitate him before he blows up and ruins your day. But honestly, the Superior 6 is amazing, and it's going to be drawing pretty much the same thing with Red Hulk or without it. And I think whether you have Mysterio in here or something better, maybe, I'm not recommending Spider Slayer right now. I think Lizard's going to be the superior choice. Spider Slayer is still a really good character. But Mysterio is working great for me, so I like Mysterio. However, what we want to do is we're going to take APOC off of a different team that's yet to come, and we're going to put APOC in here, and then we're going to tweak the placement a little bit, probably go something like Kraven, Doc Ock, Vulture, then Red Hulk, and then Apocalypse and Green Goblin, something like that. You want to have 2 of the Sinister 6 members adjacent to Doc Ock. He's giving deflect on turns or somebody's turn. Something to do with deflect adjacent to Doc Ock, so we want some of those, the weaker members of the Sinister 6 team adjacent to Doc Ock. But we want Apocalypse on this team. Now remember, it's going to be in room 6, so Apocalypse will keep your opponent from spawning with Safeguard. Doc Ock keeps them from getting offense down. The Superior 6 is just an amazing team, and of course Big Boy APOC is just an amazing character, so that makes for a super duper defense in room 6. And then what'll go here will be Infinity Watch. So we'll talk about this as is. It's pretty meh. It's pretty meh for having Red Hulk in here. I'm going to give it a solid B. It doesn't excite me very much. Honestly, if you're going to be using Red Hulk on defense, I almost kind of want Red Hulk with the Gamma team in a room or something, because a lot of people like to throw New Warriors at the Gamma. All right, room 3, this is where APOC was. We took him off the team. We're going to put Red Hulk in his place. So we do want to adjust the placement of this, which is going to be Wong, Doctor Strange, then Red Hulk in the middle, and then we're gonna go MLF and finally Agatha on the end. Agatha will call 1 random Darkhold member on her turn for an assist, and you want that to be MLF because MLF's basic is so amazingly good. So we need that placement change. We need to swap the character in here, And then otherwise, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. As is an all right team. This placement just absolutely just drives me bonkers nuts. So I'm going to give this one a C+, because that's an easy fix to make the team work so much better. If MLF is assisting Agatha on those assist moves, you're getting way more damage out of MLF and stealing positive effects and stuff. All right, moving on to room 4. This is something a little bit different, and at first I was not excited about this, but we got to talking about it. One of the things that's going to beat this really well is going to be New Warriors, because they don't worry about the charges on Weaver. They have the accuracy to overcompensate for that. They're also going to be stripping the taunt off of Red Guardian. The stealth isn't going to be such an issue in this room for New Warriors. So I like the New Warriors going into this as the counter. And here's the cool reason that this is a good team. You're not really using these members anywhere else. I mean, maybe the Tangled, right? I use Tangled on offense, and so if you're not using Tangled on offense, you happen to have taken Yoloni Baloney or Black Widow into DD6, you haven't built up big like this makes for a great team, because you're drawing in something and you're not wasting much on your defense. Like, you're not going to be using Black Widow and Yelena on offense. Maybe you'll use Red Guardian as a pre-taunt somewhere, but there's plenty of pre-taunts in the game that you can make work. So this just works. It's drawing in something bigger and you're not wasting anything. So it makes for a great filler team, because you're taking away one of those master key teams. The only thing we want to do differently on this is we want to change the placement. We want to put the Tangled Web members in the back row. Now, Black Widow goes under stealth and keeps chains from happening, but we're hoping New Warriors comes into here anyway, so it shouldn't matter. So let's put those Tangled Web members in the back, and then I could give it a solid A, maybe even an A+, because it's something a little bit different, and it's still dragging in, it's still making a call out to a substantial counter. As is, I'm going to go A- on this. All right, room number 5 is the Death Seed with Emma. Emma's a bad choice in here. Emma actually makes your Magneto go second on a mirror match. It does not entice people to go a different direction with the mirror match. So I don't like this at all. So I'm going to give this one a C. Just run a 5-piece Death Seed if that's what you want to do. Otherwise, everything's fine. I don't care about placement with the Death Seed team. I mean, there's I guess put Beast out on the end or something, maybe. I don't know. Not too exciting. I think Emma was a bad choice. You can use her on offense for a bunch of different maneuvers to get in front of your opponent. So I think this was pretty wasteful, and it backfires on you speed-wise. Yes, she slows down the enemy so that the rest of your team can go before the rest of their team, but the Magnetos are going to go... Your Magneto is going to go second, their Magneto is going to go first, and if they want to use some other tactic, like using a special into the Archangel or something like that, then they can easily get that going. Not that it would matter, because the Magnetos are unavoidable damage anyway. All right, let's go to room 6. Here is the Infinity Watch. Remember, we are taking this Infinity Watch, which, by the way, this is an A team. It's built right, and it's really effective. Rumor has it the Infinity Watch will still be used in the next upcoming Crucible, so watch for that. We'll see if that plays out that way or not. We're going to be putting this team into room 6, and this is where the Infinity Watch is going to go into room 2. And the Infinity Watch is just fine. Real good room. All right, so we're moving a lot of things around. We're swapping players, and we're trying to make these teams work as good as they can. Watch out for that mirror with Death Seed. It works differently depending on which room it's in, and Emma may or may not help you depending on those room rules, so be careful with that. You may not even want to use the mirror to counter that team. Remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good yourselves under this too, and I'll see you next time. Bye.